Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. Everbank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And we're off from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
11. Here we go.
Completes this one to Kraft. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
11, Agate. Red.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Hey, go.
From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Lawrence working from the gun. This one's caught. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll run. ETN punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Cam Little to try the extra points. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, that's one you watch the next day, Kate, you're just bummed. As a QB, you're a perfectionist. And when it's caught but out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little bit more accurate on your end.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. They're going for this. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down. Walker on first down. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 28. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll give up the gut to Walker. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
He has it on the QB sneak. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
All right, let's go. Silver.
First down throw. Lawrence finds his man. It's Kraft. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Now Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
11. 13, Luke.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Caught by Flowers. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Working quickly here.
Gun. Hey, kill. Go. 30 left. Here we go.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Finding Flowers. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Hey, chill. Hey.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Completed to Flowers. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Rip, 23. Here we go.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Sink right open.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Sink right.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Hey, easy. Ralph. 13, Luke. Silver.
Here we go on 4th, Lawrence. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 2nd quarter lead. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 38. Finds Smith and Jigba. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing now on first down. Has it downfield, working the left. There it is, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, run!
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Take right open, open. Go, go. 30 left. Hot.
Lawrence to throw it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Hey, kill, kill! Kill, kill! Here we go, son.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Looking right, and he finds him. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
11. Red.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
11, Haggett. On red.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That's taken in by Etienne. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
Take right open. Check.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. Takes it in, touchdown Jacksonville. The Jaguars take the lead just before halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Airing it out to start this drive. Hits his running back. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
Here we go, set.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He lets a heater go deep middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
11.
He's back to throw. He puts some juice on it. That's complete inside the 35. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they had that one contained right at the line. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Staying with Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond the 3 and out.
And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Red on red. Go. Here we go.
Lawrence working from the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Jarran Reed.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
13, Luke. Luke. Silver.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Offense in a hurry up here. First and 10, it's Lawrence. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
11.
That's good for another Jacksonville. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go, son.
He'll throw it yet again. He'll get this to ETN. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch, or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Called in left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And they're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Walker running right. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Dropping back to throw. He's got a man left. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Setting up a throw. Into the hands of Walker. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Working quickly here. Walker now from the gun. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Third and just 2 to go.
Let's go now.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And now they're left with 4th and short. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. And oh, he got it! Interception! Derwin James picks it. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. This one taken in by Kraft. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
11, Agate.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
That one's cut along the left sideline. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. They left him wide open. It's complete. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They go play action on 1st. That's complete. He got the feet down, but he goes out right at the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He'll look to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down throw, Lawrence. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Walker running to the right. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running with Walker again. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. Give him a full 40 on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Here's second and 11. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made in close. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Walker has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Shotgun now on third down. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Looking right, and he finds him. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Go. Hey, 30 left.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And they aren't going to get there. He's pushed out of bounds, and the try for 2 does not work. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Hey, I'm gun. Go, let's go.
Now Lawrence coming off a pick. Finds his man, it's Kraft. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Hey, 11, Agate. Here we go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long.
Think right open. Red.
Another try following the sack. Caught by the open man. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars put up even more points in a win. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pass complete to Walker. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. From the 37. Flush down out to his left. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Forced out to his right. Need this to force overtime. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over as this gets brought.